Hello, everyone. I am not having a fantastic day. I'm never having a fantastic day with myalgic encephalomyelitis. Um, but I can't really read today, for example, right now at least, despite my coffee. But it is the week of Millions Missing, to advocate for better care, for actually funding research of this illness and other infection associated chronic conditions like long COVID. 50% of people with long COVID qualify for an ME diagnosis. So I'm making this short improvised video to invite all of you who probably knew me when I was in better shape, but likely already chronically ill, even if you couldn't tell, to follow the hashtags Millions Missing, and especially this year, the focus is hashtag Teach ME, Treat ME, Teach Me, Treat Me, because very few doctors are updated on what a ME is and what treatments there are, especially to improve symptoms. But there is an important treatment, for example, low-dose naltrexone, which I've known about for a while, but is hard to get. I'm in Mexico, as many of you know. And it's, probably worth trialing, but very few doctors know about it, so very few doctors prescribe it. In fin, that's just one of the things. Or how to treat orthostatic intolerance. I'm lying down in a zero gravity chair because my POTS dysautonomia prevents me from being vertical, even just sitting up a long time. I have cerebral hypoperfusion. It's one of the few things that can be seen in tests. The headache hat, the ice hat that I'm wearing right now, I think helps a bit with that. En fin. The point is, more doctors need to know about this illness because it's really difficult to be a patient with an energy limiting illness with a broken aerobic system of energy, and to have so much more knowledge on your own illness than the people who specialize in this. ME Action and the Mayo Clinic teamed up to create this really fantastic short resource from the Mayo Clinical Proceedings. So if you're a doctor, or if you know a doctor, please share this resource with them. American doctors can get continuing medical education credits on it. And then the US ME/CFS Clinician Coalition also has really fantastic resources. Because it's also difficult to be so ill and to also feel immense responsibility in advocacy, so that other people can have access to the information one has had. It's just a lot to be chronically ill and have to be your own doctor and your own researcher, experimenter, and your own public health specialist, and as you know, I can't work in a museum, I can't teach anymore, I can't really work anymore. I can write a little bit, but not a lot. But I'd rather be focused on creativity and museum education and poetry, even though, mast cells and microglia are fascinating, and mitochondria. Enfim, so just help us get the word out, please. That's a great way um, to support me and others with Emmy. And oh, and I'm supposed to say I have an ME diagnosis since 2015, but I haven't been able to see an ME specialist because I had to come back to Mexico, where there's no ME specialists. But even in the U.S., there's a handful of them for millions of people who are ill. So we need more doctors aware. So my diagnosis is from 2015, which is almost 10 years ago, but I've had complex chronic illness symptoms since, at least 10 years before that, probably since adolescence, and hints of other stuff since childhood. So it's been a very long path, but these last few years have been especially difficult. So please help us change things. Yeah, hashtag teach Emmy, treat Emmy, hashtag millions missing. Oh, and you can see the cat is waking up.